What's going on, people? So, I'm not the type of dude that likes to address comments that I receive like in a bad way, because some of them are inspirations for videos that I do. So this is no way like a beef video, but I got a comment on a video I did on autistic sexuality. Now, I don't expect everybody on here to agree with what I say regarding that. Like, I don't expect you to understand some of the things that I talk about. That's why I feel like I should have a mixed audience at this point. But if you didn't know, because I'm not on camera, I'm a black man, and that's something I wear. That's a label that I wear. If I were to go to a movie theater, right, and I were to buy some popcorn or like a soda, they know that I'm a black man buying popcorn and soda. But when those lights go off, when the lights go off in the movie theater, everybody's black. So that's the only time when I don't feel like I gotta tell people I'm a black man when the lights are off, because everybody's black when the lights are off. But when those lights come back on, I'm a black man, like not like everybody else. So that's the only time when I feel like I don't gotta acknowledge the fact that I'm black, because the lights are already off. Everybody's black when the lights are off. Second thing, I am autistic. And my life was really hard growing up. I mean, really fucking hard. It's something that you can't see. You can't see autism. Like, you can't smell pneumonia. You can't see autism. But that shit, for a lot of autistic people, it comes out in your pores. It's like everywhere. It's in your hair. And let me explain that in a second. But it's in your hair. You smell it on your breath. You smell it in your urine, everywhere. Like, you look at you start talking, you hear it when you talk. And I know that doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean when I say you it's that shit comes out in your pores. You see it in your hair. Some autistic people like myself, we may not like to cut our hair. We may not like to wear different clothes. We may like to wear the same clothes. We will wash our clothes, but we may not like to change up things. That is that's something that you could pick up with someone autistic. That's why I wear that label. Even though I discuss sexuality on this channel, that is something I do not wear. And let me break this down, just to put it out there. So, in spite of my videos on autistic sexuality, in no way am I a member of the LGBT community. And let me explain that part. So, first of all, I do not like men. I don't like anything about a man. I don't want to date a man, don't want to kiss a man, don't want to do anything with a man. Gay men can't do anything for me. Lesbians can't do anything for me. Ellen DeGeneres, Rosie O'Donnell, I don't find them attractive. I don't find Jane Lynch attractive. I'm not saying that Oprah is gay, but I don't find Oprah attractive. I want to just say that I don't find nothing attractive about Oprah. At least just a lot of the fuck shit that she does. She looked good back in the day, but I felt like that the bullshit that she did contribute to why she looks so tired all the time. But I don't find nothing attractive about men or women that look like guys. I don't like men. And the same goes for I know there's like a endless amount of genders. The same goes for them. I don't find nothing attractive about non-binary If a guy wants to look like half a woman, half a man, I don't get nothing from that as well. But I do like women. I do like women. I've been with women before. I've had sex with them. I've never been in a serious relationship, and all that. So right now, I really feel like, just with my insecurity and the amount of money that I make, that would go away when I make more money, because I'll be more confident when I make money. So right now, I just like sex for now. That's just how I get down. It's not something I'm addicted to. It's just the feeling of it just makes my mind feel a lot clearer. It's something I can't really explain, but all I just have a love for two genders. I have a love for women, and I have a love for trans women. And all I could really say is the sex is a little bit pleasurable. It's more pleasurable with trans women versus women that don't have to transition. It's more pleasurable for me based on things that I like to do. Now, the thing about that is, see, I don't care what people think, but women have the ability to have more leeway sexually than men. Paris Jackson is Michael Jackson's adopted daughter, if you didn't know that. Paris Jackson has basically said and done everything I said on this channel. She said that she has dated men, women, and women that are transitioning into men. She said, I dated a man that had a vagina. So me, who has had sex with trans women, right? I'm automatically gay. I'm automatically gay, and I'm booted out of the whole straight label. Now me, I don't label that. I don't wear sexuality, and I don't label it. I don't do the whole gay, bisexual, whatever, all that other stuff. I don't do that. She has the ability to date whoever she wants to, and she can get married one day. It's not a big deal. But if I were to say, hey, I found a female, I want to have kids with her, and I want to lay down with her and start a family, and I have this sense of loyalty to whoever I'm with, whether it be hooking up, dating, serious relationship, marriage, I just have loyalty to that person. It'll be a bigger issue for me than her, because she's a female and I'm a guy. But like I said, if a guy were to say what Paris Jackson said, he's automatically gay. I can't acknowledge the beauty of trans women without being called gay. But women have the leeway of liking everything that moves, and it's not a big deal. But back to it was a comment that I got, and she was saying how gay men are like sexually abused, and they have emotionally distant fathers, and their fathers weren't there for them. And I agree, that's a factor in it a lot of the times. I agree. See, me, I indulge at this moment in point in life. I just indulge. I don't really think about the guilt at this point. And let me just say this. She was saying how I'm trying to justify what I'm doing. Well, let me hear this out. Here, if she's watching this video. Do you put this energy into drug dealers? Do you ever tell them how they're going to end up in life or prison? Like, do you tell them about how they're going to they're not going to go to heaven? Do you tell the people that steal from people, like in banks, stockbrokers, record executives? Do you tell them all the money that they steal from artists? Do you tell them how they're not how they're doing the devil's work and how they're going to go to hell? Do you ever tell them that? I'm not justifying anything I'm doing. I'm just at this point, I'm just understanding how screwed up the world is. This whole philosophy of loving everybody and loving your enemy, no one follows that. I see that very well. It's not real. The Bible, for the most part, living your life like the Bible tells you to will not have you on this earth really long. Let me explain what I mean. So, if I decided to, at my job I'm at right now, if I decided to trust everybody, if I love my enemies, and that's my competition at work, people that are working beside me, if I didn't have any anger, paranoia, if I wasn't aggressive and assertive, which the Bible condemns, I would not last long at that job. I probably would get ran out of there. I had people just walking over me. I just understand that most of this world does not go off of what the Bible says. I have to adapt to what the world is, the real world is, the cold, disgusting, nasty ass world we live in. I have to adapt. I have to condition myself to living in this world. If the world was like it was 2,000 years ago, then yes, I would live my life that way because I feel I could trust people. But you can't trust most people in this world. I can understand you living your life that way if you had your own little city or town. Like if you were Amish and everybody in that town was Amish and they all trusted each other and they lived their life the right way, then yeah, I would live my life by the Bible. But the world we live in, it's just not that world that we love and we trust everybody and we help everybody out when they're down. It just doesn't work like that. But my homework assignment for Christians is to do this. If you care about evil and you want to see it go so bad, why don't you fight evil that goes on in this world? Instead of commenting on videos that you don't agree with, and you could leave as many as you want, because there's things that I agree with you on. Why don't you fight the origins of evil? So if homosexuals and gays are evil, and you said how they're sexually abused and they have emotionally distant fathers and mothers, why don't you take care of that? Why don't you fight people that are raping and molesting kids where they're turning out gay? Why don't you make that your life mission to stop them from doing it so kids don't turn out gay? Why don't you stop fathers from being absent in their kids' lives? Next time you see a father about to walk out of his kid's life, you point a gun to his head and tell them, you get back in that fucking house and you raise those kids. And you stay there for 18 years until that kid is born. I want you to do that for me. Because they have so much energy into leaving comments on people who may have sexual differences. And this is my question too. If I were to talk about how I fucked like 20 girls, right? Would you say the same thing? Would it be a big deal if I talked about how I've lost my virginity before marriage? Because there are a lot of videos about people hooking up with the opposite gender, and it's not a big deal. But I guess because it's not a female, it's a problem.